to Tech Savvy. My name's Leigh Newman, and I'm the Associate Provost at the LaGrange campus of West Georgia Tech. And we are so glad to have you back to see our episodes. We've got lots of good ones ahead of us. The next couple of episodes that we're going to be having, we're going to have very special guest stars. We're going to have some dual enrollment students. These students from the local high schools that are taking classes at West Georgia Tech and getting dual credits. The ones that we're talking to today and at the next episode, they are all in the Certified Nursing Assistant program. So when they graduate at the end of, I guess, May, they'll have a certificate and they'll be able to jump on into their next level. A little refresher on dual enrollment programs. We have several different options available for high school juniors and seniors. We have the Excel program that it's a dual enrollment process, and the students can take English, English, math, history, psychology, all the classes, a lot of the core classes that are required for college level to get credit, and they're able to get it at the campus, in the LaGrange campus, and it does not count, the Hope funds do not count against the Hope funds that are available in post-secondary institutions. So that's a real good opportunity for a lot of students to take advantage of. And then there's another program that is Move On When Ready, and that's when the student takes classes all day at the technical college and completely 100% funded by the local school system. So dual enrollment is such an awesome program, and we're hoping that having our guest stars on these programs, you'll see how exciting it is and what a major benefit it is to these students. Our first guest today is Christine Cox. She's from Callaway High School, and she is in the, like I said, in the Certified Nursing Assistants program. And Christine, I just want you to tell our viewers what you were telling me about why you're taking this class and just all about what you're doing over at West Georgia Tech.
I've started the CNA program, or Nurse Aid program, like you said, at West Georgia Tech. And to me, it has opened up so many more opportunities. It's teaching you a lot about responsibility in college, and not only that, it's teaching you the fundamentals and the basics of nursing, and you will have to have this to go on and become an RN or LPN or any further in that career. But I love it. I think it was the best decision I've ever made to do dual enrollment here at West Georgia Tech, and it has, like I said, opened up so many opportunities for me.
Well, that's so good to hear, because from my perspective as a parent, of course my children have graduated, but I wish that they had had an opportunity to take advantage of the dual enrollment, because they would be, I guess, you know, if you're going to be an RN, you're already going to take care of your first year.
Yes.
Of college.
Yes.
And it's all taken care of, and you got to stay at home, plus you were able to learn on your own that you have to do most of this on your own. So, yes. Of course, you've got a great instructor too. Miss Fain
I love Miss Fain.
She's
amazing.
She's gonna make you work. She's not gonna give it to you, but she understands that in the nursing field, you know, you got to learn how to take care of any situation as it comes up, and you're not gonna have Miss Fain there to help you with it.
Yes, ma'am.
You were telling me before we started taping that your sister is going to Troy
University.
And she's going to be an RN.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's what you're thinking about doing too. Not necessarily have decided to go to Troy, but you want to go on and pursue a nursing career,
yes,
correct?
ma'am. I would like to further it beyond registered nursing and hopefully become a nurse practitioner in oncology or cardiology. I've not made that final decision.
Those are pretty specific. Why did you decide those particular areas?
I feel as if in an area like that you have to have a big heart, especially for oncology. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot, not necessarily family members, but family friends that have had cancer, and I feel that, you know, it really does take a special person to you know, help them and help guide them and become a friend to them, because there's many people out there that don't have that opportunity to become friends with somebody and get to meet new people. And I feel like I could play a major role in oncology.
In their process, in their healing process.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is a very, very hard area to go into. Of course, to start it off with, I could never be a nurse. I just do not. I was not made to be a nurse. So to me, nurses are very special people, and it's a truly a wonderful calling that you're fixing to embark on.
Yes.
And the fact that you recognize that is good. The good news is with this dual enrollment program, you realize, you could have realized this is not where I want to go.
Yes.
And so you could have kept from making a really big mistake going into a career that you just didn't like. But there are no surprises now.
No, there are none at all.
That's another major benefit of this dual enrollment program.
Yes.
All right, well, so your plans are once you graduate from high school, you want to go to college and you want to start the RN process.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you want to go on and eventually go into, like you were saying, oncology or cardiology. Do you want to come back to LaGrange?
Yes, ma'am, that is one of my options. I would really love it and greatly appreciate it if I could get the SIM scholarship, because that does pay for a lot of the classes that you will take. But yes, ma'am, my plans are to come back to LaGrange.
Good, we need you. We need you. I was researching the different careers. I found that an RN, once you graduate as an RN, your starting salary, like if you wanted to work and go to college at the same time, is like $22,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
So that would be a good thing to have to work and to go to school. That'd help out with a lot of the expenses.
Yes, ma'am.
And then if you decided to go into LPNs, I think average salary is like $36,000, which is a great thing. And then, of course, the RN goes up to like $65,000 a year, so you can make a lot of money. But the good news is, even the money's not, that's major, but there are going to be like 3,300 openings for RNs over the next 5 years. So you're going to be able to find a job wherever you want to go once you've completed all your training. There's 1,500 openings for the CNA. And right now, I looked on the Department of Labor, and there are 96 openings in the 50-mile radius in LaGrange for CNAs. So, I mean, you're right where you need to be.
Yes,
as for the career. And like you said, you're able to recognize with this training that you're getting now, you're in the right spot. You know you're going to like it, and you know you're going to be good at it.
Yes, I am, and I can't wait to graduate and get that license, because my plans, after high school and when I get that license, is to automatically start looking for a job, because that gets your foot in the door, and like I said, you get to know new people, and I feel like I am going to learn more and be able to progress more in the RN program, having a job as a CNA.
You'll learn hands-on immediately.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the good thing about technical college and technical education, is you get a lot of hands-on training in their classes. And you have clinicals now, don't you?
We will hopefully start clinicals in March at Florence Hand. And our other group will be at, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I'm not sure. It's over there on Hogansville Road. Yes, ma'am. Twin Fountains is where they will be. But we will be with Miss Fain at Florence Hand, and I'm really getting excited for it. I'm ready for it to get here.
That in itself is an experience, because you'll have a lot of time to spend with older people, and they have so much to share. And you'll make some really good friends, and they appreciate so much your hard work and what you're doing there. So, but the hands-on, I mean, you can't teach what you're going to learn with your hands-on.
Exactly.
That is very exciting. Do you know anybody over there at Hall's Hand?
My aunt, Courtney Bartlett, works over there at Florence Hand, and we have several people that from our church have gone over to Florence Hand and are currently staying in Florence Hand. And the church I go to, Shell Creek Baptist Church, our youth group actually travels over there, and they do all the fun stuff like bingo, help paint nails and stuff like that. So Yeah, it's just a great opportunity.
Well, see, that's another indication that you're right in the right spot and you're headed in the right direction, because you seem to get excited about spending time with older people, and there are a whole lot more older people with all the baby boomers and getting older and things. So you're in the right spot. You're aiming in the right direction. I know you're going to be very successful at what you do. We're about to run out of time. Is there anything that you'd like to talk about? Would you like to maybe recommend dual enrollment or West Georgia Tech? I mean, could you do that?
Yes, I would definitely recommend dual enrollment at West Georgia Tech for any student that is nearby. It is a great opportunity and will, like you said, help you in learning where you want to go after high school and helping you make the right decisions and the right choices, and definitely responsibility, because it is different from high school world. And I would definitely recommend it for anybody, especially the CNA program if you are looking at being a nurse, because
we're going to have it on the offerings. I think it is on the offerings for next year's seniors at the high schools, and so we hope that they'll be able to hear you talking, because I mean, if nothing else, you've got something to fall back on as a job.
Yes,
I think one of our staff members did the the CNA in high school, and was able to use that in their post-secondary education. All right, well, we're about out of time. We're going to have another guest in a few minutes, so please come back to Tech Savvy and learn more about what we're doing in dual enrollment. If you have any questions about West Georgia Tech, just visit us on our website at www.westgatech.edu, and we'll see you back in a few minutes. Thank you. Welcome back to Tech Savvy, where our episode today is on our dual enrollment students that are in the Certified Nursing Assistance Program. And we have Tiara Johnson from LaGrange High School talking to us this morning about what her experiences are at West Georgia Tech in the dual enrollment program for Certified Nursing Assistant. So Tiara, tell me about it. Tell me what you do. Tell me all about it.
We do a lot of hands-on work. I am a hands-on person, so I really like it. I'm not used to all the work. I'm used to my teacher telling me what to do and how to do it and when to do it. And at West Georgia Tech, it's different. It's a different view. It's an eye-opener. I really like it because it gets you ready for college and prepares you for what you're expecting or what you
need to expect.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Well, why CNA? Why the nursing field?
To me, I think I am called to do nursing. I really like it. No one in my family likes nursing, so I think that's what I like to do. I like helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just my calling to do. I've always wanted to be a nurse.
Always.
I always like the Band-Aids, the needles, the gauze, the helping each other, and just making people better.
Well, that's certainly a calling that you're definitely made for.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I'm not nurse proper. I couldn't do it. I just am not able to it. I don't do well with the sight of blood.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Well, that's good because that's what you're going to see a lot of
Yes,
from
ma'am.
now on. You were telling me too that in the break that you're interested in anesthesiology.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good field to go into.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
And why that?
Well, actually, I didn't know what it was until I had to go and get a surgery for my tonsils, and I was like, they putting me to sleep. What is that called? And it was an anesthesiologist, and I really liked it. I looked into it, and the way it's played out, it's a good career.
It is. It's like scheduled.
Yeah,
too.
and it pays good, and you make your own schedule, and you only go in for surgeries and anything else the doctor needs for anesthesia.
The way I think about anesthesiologist is like when you have a baby, they come in and they take the pain away.
Yeah, yes.
So
yes,
you would
ma'am.
be taking the pain away of all your patients, and they just end up loving you
Yes,
because
ma'am.
of it.
I loved her.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
great. Well, that's great. Well, so okay, you want to do anesthesiology. When you graduate from high school, you're going to have CNA. You're going to have your certified nursing assistant's license.
Yes, ma'am.
So, are you planning on working?
Yes, I would like to work at a nursing home, or I can do in-home CNA. It doesn't matter. But I plan on to go further too, to be an RN, because you have to be an RN before you be an anesthesiologist. So, yeah, I plan on going into the workforce after I graduate too.
Because now to be an RN, you have to have your CNA first.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's the good foundation for. And
it gets you prepared for everything you're gonna.
You don't have to. I mean, you got to learn to bathe. You've got to learn to change dressings. And a lot of the times that gets skipped over with when you get
Yes,
into the
ma'am.
higher level. So, but it sounds like you're going to be able to go to a nursing home for clinical starting soon.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to Florence Hand Home, and our other group is going to Twin Fountains. So
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that'll be a real good learning experience, and it'll give you an opportunity to learn a whole lot
I'm
that
excited.
you don't learn in class.
Yeah.
What do you think? Ms. Bain is an awesome instructor. There's no doubt about it. Do you think you're prepared?
Yes, she really prepares you. She's going to tell you if you're doing it wrong, if you're doing it right, how to do it, and how to be kind to the patient and make them feel comfortable with you working with them.
Because that is the key. Once you get into the real life setting, you're going to be right there hands-on with the life and death situation sometimes.
Yes.
So she's prepared you for that. What are the things, are you doing I think the way the CNA does is you have 2 classes the first semester, and then you're doing the CNA 1101.
Yes, ma'am, and we have nutrition on Mondays.
Nutrition. But the CNA portion that you're taking, that's mostly preparing you for a test of some sort, isn't
our
it?
state testing. She said we're taking it in June, and you have to be prepared for any little thing you can fail. So she's getting us prepared for testing. She is going to make us do a mock test. So if you're not prepared, she's not going to let you do it.
Well, that's good. What are the things on the test?
Like bed baths, catheter care, peri-care. We have to do teeth brushing, urine output, and we have to do dressing with the weak arm. We have to do a lot. It's a lot of steps: blood pressure, weight, height, making sure your patient bed rails are up or anything like that.
Just all the standards that
Feeding.
must be done.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you skip a step, then
You're automatically out. So.
But you could take the test again.
Yes, but
you probably won't
want to
need
go
to after
your
you,
first time. Yes,
Right,
ma'am. Gonna
right.
be excited and nervous and
And
scared.
so you've got a job waiting probably for you afterwards, because like I was saying in the earlier episode, that their jobs I saw 95 jobs in the 50-mile radius for CNA
Yes, ma'am.
graduates, and so you shouldn't have a problem finding a job.
I hope not.
Do you have family members that are nurses? Or?
No, ma'am. They're not in the nursing, none of that. They're technology and all that.
Oh, okay.
My mom is.
Where did she go to school?
My mom went to LaGrange College. She graduated last year with a business degree.
Uh-huh.
She works at Wheelabrator right now, but she has her own business. Both of my parents.
What the businesses?
My mother she has her own business, like event planning, and she does invitations for graduations, weddings, anything. She fits
Sounds like
all
a
your
smart
needs.
lady.
Yes, ma'am. I love
What's her
my
name?
mom. Teresa Thompson.
Okay.
Yes,
and then your
ma'am.
dad?
His name is Grady Billingsley. He owns 2 businesses for cars. He paints cars, details them. He can fix anything, just about. Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's good to have around in case your cars start messing up.
Yes,
It
yes,
sounds
ma'am.
like you've got 2 good parents that have probably had a lot to do with your initiative.
Yes, ma'am.
That's one of the things the industry say today is they wish that their employees had was an initiative.
Yes,
And I think you're learning a lot about that in your classes to prepare you for it. You said earlier that you think that your time at West Georgia Tech is preparing you for your next step. What are things that you're learning that, give me some examples.
It's giving me an eye-opener for college. It gets you ready for all the work and everything, because at high school we have retake policy, and it's just a different point of view. Like, you have to get yourself ready. It gets me ready because I didn't expect what I got hit with the first time. She gave us a quiz or a test. I wasn't prepared.
You weren't prepared.
But now I am, because she tells you and she gives you a schedule, and you just go by that. You'll be okay.
Following
Yes,
instructions. But
that's
the thing about it is
thing.
you don't have your teacher saying, don't forget to do
Yes,
this, don't
they're
forget.
not going to keep spoon feeding you with all this and that. She's just going to tell you one time and that's it.
Well, that's encouraging, because that's something that I think more students need to have
Yes.
once they get out, because they're not, I don't think my girls were not prepared mentally for what they were fixing to get into once they graduated from high school. They knew they were going to have to work hard, but they don't have their mama or they don't have a teacher telling them what to do.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in the nursing field, you're going to have to use instinct a lot.
Yes.
I'm sure Miss Bain has told you about that. She's giving you the foundation to work with, and she's giving you the basic knowledge. But once you get working on patients, you're going to have to use your instinct on a lot of it.
Her favorite thing is think outside the box. So.
Well, you have to, because her dummies that you're working on, those are easy compared to when you're starting to deal with real patients
Yes,
and all.
ma'am.
So, well, that's great. So tell me, if you had an opportunity, or let's use this as an opportunity to talk to maybe juniors and sophomores in your high school and in the area, would you recommend?
Yes, I would fully recommend dual enrollment, because it's a great eye-opener for you. If you're thinking about going into college, I think you should take dual enrollment classes, because it's just a great opportunity that West Georgia Tech gives, and not all schools give it. So I think everyone should do it if they can. It's a very good program. It really is. I have had a great opportunity of meeting new people and doing new things, and a nice facility and faculty. They always make me feel
that's the fun
welcome.
thing too, is you've got a mixture of all 3 high schools in your class, and so you
Meeting
get
new
to know,
people.
make new friends from the other schools. And in a nursing class, you get to know everybody really well.
Yeah.
There are no secrets involved in that.
No, ma'am.
I was also researching to make sure that I had my numbers right, but Hope pays for this program. So
Yes, ma'am.
the Hope grant will pay for it up until, I think it's like 85% of it will pay for it. So out of pocket usually runs about $900 over the 2 semesters. So say $450
A semester.
We provide you with the books, so you don't have to pay for those. And I think some of the fees are cut back because of you being a high school student.
It is.
Your transportation, you have to come and go on your own, but
That's fine.
You're able to do that anyway. I'm trying to see if there's any disadvantage.
I would say waking up early.
Getting up early, because you got to be there at 7:30.
Yes, ma'am. You have to be there and be on time. That's the only thing bad. Everything else is okay. Yeah, I like it. Just waking up, because I'm not a morning person.
I'm not a morning person either.
I'm not a morning person.
But the thing about it is your shifts could be starting at 3 a.m., you know, so it's not like it's something that it's
I
not
know.
preparing you for the real world.
Yes, ma'am.
And being late, you can't be late. That's not an option. So, And I think Miss Fain's really flexible with you if you've got emergencies.
Yeah,
or
she works with you a lot.
Mhm.
She's a great teacher. I love Miss Fain.
Well, we love Miss Fain. We're lucky to have her on our campus and very proud of her. And she works very hard because she's crazy about y'all. She really is. Well, I think we've better run out of things. Is there anything you'd like to add before we close?
No, ma'am, I'm fine.
Well, I sure do appreciate you
Thank
being on the
you.
program
Thank you for
today.
letting me come today.
Well, I hope you'll come back and give us a progress report.
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Well, good. Well, thank you very much for being with us today, and we have some more exciting I call them guest stars coming up for the next episode. But we look forward to seeing you then, and do your best to be tech savvy.